Right, hello and welcome. So, with update 1.49 around the corner, hopefully, we are gonna go over 1.48 and see whether or not this update was a good addition to Gran Turismo 7. So, what we received in this update was the Honda Civic SIR 2EG, the Honda NSX GT500, the Nissan Skyline GTS R31, the Volvo 240 SE Estate, as well as the Volvo T5R design. So these are the 5 vehicles that were added with this update, and to be honest with you, none of them really blew my mind. Okay, look, if I had to rate the vehicles, I'm gonna go the Honda NSX GT500, the Honda Civic SIR2, and then the Volvo 240 SE Estate. In that order, that's my top 3 cars of this update. Let me know your ones in the comment section. But honestly, if we look at the Honda Civic SIR2, this vehicle is not really that different to other Honda Civics for me. What I did like about this vehicle being added was, look, it was your perfect example of a Honda Civic, and also it's the first ever vehicle to receive an engine swap at the release of the vehicle. Yes, the same time the car is released, we received the engine swap for it, which is just a first for Gran Turismo 7. So I really enjoyed that, and just testing out the Honda Civic SIR2. But honestly, for Honda Civic, I wouldn't say it's the best Honda Civic in the game, but it still is a really good Civic. So if you are a lover of the Honda Civic, this is still a great pickup for you. But if you are just looking for a fast Honda Civic, this may not be the go-to vehicle. Then we have the Honda NSX GT500. Now this vehicle has been highly requested to come to a game for the longest time. From the launch of the game, people wanted this car added because we had the Toyota Supra GT500 as well as the Nissan Skyline GT500, so we needed the NSX GT500. Now this vehicle was purchasable from the legendary car dealership, and when I tell you, it was honestly overall a good vehicle. It added what it needed to bring to a game. I didn't feel like it missed out on anything, and it's honestly a fantastic addition to a game. I absolutely love running around the circuit with this vehicle, and it's quite competitive if you know how to actually drive this vehicle. So I say the Honda NSX GT500, of all of the cars from this update, this is the one that you really need to pick up and try out. Next up, we have the Nissan Skyline GTS R31 from 1987. This vehicle was so much fun. With it being rear wheel drive, it just allowed so much slidability. If you wanted grip handling, you have it. If you want drift, you can have it. The GTS-R is just it's just a fun vehicle that I didn't really have any issues with. Would I have liked it to have a bit more power? Yes, but hopefully we can see that change with an engine swap in update 1.49. But hey, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Then we have the Volvo 240 SE Estate from 1993. This vehicle, well, it's fun, it's unique, it's different, and it really encapsulates what the essence of Gran Turismo is about. Finding and driving vehicles that you won't really find in other games. And when I tell you, the Volvo 240 SE Estate was fun, and it was especially really good off-road. So I actually quite enjoyed my time in the Volvo 240 SE Estate, and it's also a reason why it's in my top 3. Then the Volvo V40 T5R, one of the biggest letdowns of the updates. I saw this car in the patch notes and thought, okay, you know what, this is gonna be fun, it's gonna be a great little hot hatch. And when I tell you, it's okay. It's the most mid vehicle that's been added in a minute. Look, from the sound, I said it sounds really great, and I stick by it. However, some people still say it sounds like a diesel. So yeah, the Volvo T5R wasn't really welcomed with open arms, because simply it doesn't have the performance to match like the Mercedes AMG A45. It's nothing that's really like wow. It's just like okay, it's added to the game. So then when it came to events, we see the European Sunday Cup 400 around Kyoto Driving Park. It's a 2-lap event and it's super easy. There was no difficulty about it, and it's a very beginner entry event. It's not something that someone who's level 50 will really enjoy because it's not high paying, it's extremely short and no real difficulty. Then we have a Japanese FF challenge around Auto Palace International Racing Circuit, short course. This event's also nothing really difficult. I mean, if you in anything that's just fully upgraded, it's an absolute breeze and the event's over really quickly, not really a great. The Japanese FR 450 around Lago Maggiore, also super easy, not really anything difficult, anything to really write home about. And then the WTC 800 around St. Crux. This was overall the best events added this update, and it's still not one that I'm going to be running back to play. It's okay, yes, it can be a bit difficult if you don't pick a good vehicle, but if you have any decent vehicle that is a strong contender for this event, it's simple, it's really easy. There's nothing really that made me think, this is a tough event. So it was okay, nothing I'll run, as I said, be running back to play, but still a good event. So from there, in a cafe, well, we received an extra menu book. This was for collecting the Toyota Supra GT500, the Honda NSX GT500, as well as a Nissan Skyline GT500. So if you have those three cars, you got, I think, a 6-star ticket, if I'm not mistaken. I can't even remember. Then they added conversations, brand central. We saw now that Volvo is in the game. We got a brand central page for Volvo. GT Auto, well, engine swaps. It was honestly just dedicated to the Honda boys. So if you're a fan of Honda, you absolutely love this month's engine swaps. Look, none of the vehicles produce over 700 horsepower, so if you are looking for really high power engine swaps, this wasn't the month for you. The Honda Civics, well, there were 3 Honda Civics that received engine swaps this month, Honda Integra as well as a Nissan Silk 80, and they all received engine swaps from Hondas. So out of the engine swaps, I'm gonna have to list them as the Honda Integra Type R DC2 from 1995. That was my favorite engine swap this month, followed by the Nissan Silk 80, and then followed by the Honda Civic Type R EK. Now I do need to mention the Type R EK touring car is just absolutely broken, because with the vehicle having 600 horsepower, being extremely lightweight, max downforce, racing soft tires, it's at I think 611 performance points, which is just simply absurd. If you just switch on over to the tires, you can easily get this down to under 600 performance points, and it's absolutely broken. Yes, it is gonna give a bit of a fight, or it is gonna give up a bit of a fight when driving it, but you can still set incredibly fast lap times with this vehicle, and it's almost a little bit OP for its PP rating. But hey, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Then in scapes, we have a new scape, which is move the camera up and down. For me, I love scapes like these because when it comes to making thumbnails, it just is a really great assistance. Then there was improvements to the physics model for a bunch of cars that I don't think a lot of people will use, because we see that it's mostly Vision GT vehicles, and it's just adjustments to the effects of mechanical damage to these vehicles. I mean, we have the Filia Prototype 2024, the Audi e-tron Vision GT, the BMW i3, and just a slew of different Vision GT vehicles. We have Teslas, the VW IDR, as well as the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. So yeah, that happened. Then in a legendary dealership, well, the prices have been adjusted to the real world valuations, and the next changes in October. That's really it. The prices either increase or decrease. So yeah, if you do find a vehicle with the arrow pointing either up or down and you want it, well, if you see an arrow pointing up, you better get it before October 2024, because that is when the price of the vehicle will increase. And if you see the arrow pointing down, well, just wait till October to get the vehicle. Then GT Auto, we saw the adjustment decal placement area on the left arm of the following racing suits for the Alpine Stars suit number 1 and 2. They also adjusted some of the real car colors in the paint section, and that was update 1.48. So look, for this update, I'll be honest with you, there's nothing that I added that I'll say is like, whoa, this was such an amazing addition to the game. I mean, look, none of the events I'm like, okay, I need to actively play this event. It was super fun. I enjoyed it so much, you know. It was an absolute blast. I don't have that feeling. The vehicles, I can say the thing, yes, they were fun. There was some decent additions, but there's nothing that I'm like, okay, this is my new favorite car in the game. None of that. Engine swaps 2 was a bit of a letdown this month. And look, out of 10, I'll be real with you here, and I'll give this a solid 6.5, 7 out of 10. Look, the highlights of it was the Honda NSX GT500, the WTC 800, and the Honda Integra engine swap. Other than that, there's nothing in this update that I feel is substantially like groundbreaking for the game. Like, yes, they finally fixed it. I mean, we still need the penalty system revised. We need more championships. We need better events. I mean, payouts need to be adjusted in events. There's still a lot that can be updated in the game to just make the quality of life so much better. And this update was just not really up to the caliber. But look, any update that's free, I can't really hate on. Is it the best update? No, but hey, it's still a free update. It's better than nothing. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts and opinions in this comment section down below. And with all this being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.